Good evening and welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2020 at Magnolia High School. You beat me to the punch. I was going to ask for a round of applause for the amazing accomplishments that this group has accomplished, not only in their 13 years of education, but most especially for these last 3 months. Let's give them one more round of applause. If you would, please stand. If you're standing, please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your caps and join me in the presentation of the colors presented by our Navy Junior ROTC. That will be followed by the pledges to the U.S. and Texas flags and our national anthem sung by our senior choir members. Now I would like to introduce Abigail Brown, senior class reporter, historian, and daughter of Chris and Jennifer Brown, who will join Caleb Thielen, senior vice class president and son of Chris Thielen and Sonia Meldal, to present the pledge to both the United States and the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And now introducing Caitlin Smith, senior class treasurer and daughter of Jeff and Cassandra Smith. She will give our opening.
Good evening and welcome to Wood Forest Bank Stadium. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the graduation of Magnolia High School's class of 2020. At this time, will you please bow your heads and join me in prayer? Dear Lord, although today's graduation is unconventional compared to years past, we are thankful for the opportunity to safely gather here today and celebrate this special milestone. We lift up all families and friends who have been affected by COVID-19 and pray for strength and health throughout this pandemic. We pray that your will be done and the result be used to glorify your name. Also, we give you thanks for the past 4 years of opportunities to learn and grow together. We acknowledge and appreciate all of the teachers and administration, coaches and mentors, and family and loved ones that have supported us along this journey. Without their love and guidance, we would not be where we are today. We pray for your direction and support throughout this next chapter of our lives. We trust that you have well prepared us for the future, and whatever we choose to do, be done in your name. Please watch over us as we enter this new phase of life and provide us with the strength and confidence we need to succeed. Most importantly, keep our hearts and minds filled with the desire to please your name in everything we choose to do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Greg Quinn, and I'm honored to be the principal of Magnolia High School. Welcome parents, relatives, friends, dignitaries to the school commencement exercises for Magnolia High School. During this ceremony, we will recognize an important milestone in the lives of the young people seated before us, their high school graduation. As we begin, we'd like to thank a long list of folks and make some introductions of some important guests that are here with us tonight. We'd like to thank Wood Forest Bank Stadium and Conroe ISD, the MHS Band, Choir, and NJROTC. I'd like to introduce Assistant Principals Matthew Braun, Joshua Gossett, Mark Hibner, and Loretta Orlando. Counselors Gerald Anderson, Keela Carroll, Delina Herzog. Lead Counselor Roxy Gilchrist. College and Career Counselor Dr. Jeannie McCusker. Advanced Academic Coordinator Derek Parsons. Academic Coordinator Mandy Ray. Professional Registrar Christine Stewart. And also all of the Magnolia High School teachers assisting with this tonight's ceremony. Let's give them a round of applause. Next, I'd like to introduce our Magnolia Independent School District administrators and board members. Superintendent Dr. Todd Stevens. Assistant Superintendents Dr. Jason Bullock, Dr. Anita Hebert, and Dr. Eric Morris. And the Magnolia Independent School Board, Gary Blizzard, President, Chuck Adcox, Vice President, Christy Baker, Secretary, Joe Duncan, Assistant Secretary, and trustees Sonia Ebel, Kelly McDonald, and Dr. Travis Moffitt. Throughout the next several speeches, we will recognize some very special people who include many of our family and friends that are with us today. To our wonderful parents of these amazing graduates, we thank you for raising these amazing children and giving us an opportunity to participate in their development. If you would, please stand at this time so that your students may give you a round of applause. Also, if you're a teacher and were fortunate enough to teach one of these graduates at any level in their education, please stand. We thank you all. Your tireless contributions have contributed to these students' successes. Next, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge our students who will be serving in our military upon graduation. These students have been awarded a special red, white, and blue honor cord to wear today for our commencement program. Will the following students please stand so we can recognize your commitment to our great nation? Edward Allred. Travis Evan Anderson II. Tristan Buteau. Randall Foster. Brett Hawk. Cinia Macias. Tristan Malzieu. Christopher Martin. Jacob Medina. Cheyenne Roberts. Nicholas Saldivar. And Jay Stockton. Thank you all, and God bless you for your service. Honored graduates, parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, relatives, friends, and guests, it is my privilege, honor, and blessing as principal of Magnolia High School to present for certification the graduating class of 2020 with 434 graduates. In our final time together, I would like to share a few thoughts and a little bit of advice. As I look out into the class of 2020, I see an amazing group of young people that have achieved the highest of accolades. We have National Merit Scholars, state medalists in academics, fine arts, CTE, and athletics, not to mention the reigning state spirit champions in the state of Texas. There are scholarship recipients, some to the most prestigious universities, There are talented artists, writers, mathematicians, scientists, actors, actresses, and musicians. So many of you have attained and experienced success beyond what you ever thought possible. And now you're on to different challenges and an exciting new season of your life. Graduates, you have had the opportunity to experience the excitement of being a senior. That experience, though, has come at a heavy price. There are no words available to describe the sorrow we have all felt for you these past 12 weeks. The fact is, you will never be able to get back what you've lost this year. But the question is, what now? What do you do with the circumstances you've been dealt with, and how do you move forward? How do you respond to this adversity? Most of you were born in the weeks and months following 9/11. Since you've been enrolled in school, you have survived wildfires, hurricanes, and now a global pandemic. Yes, you could use these never-before-seen circumstances to be disappointed and hopeless. I believe, however, that you will use this to drive you beyond all others, because I have seen your resilience, your hard work, and your optimism. And because you have been raised in a school and a community with the highest of character and integrity. It is all of those circumstances that makes today so special. This is a moment that you will never forget, and rightfully so, because significant moments like these will occur only a few times in your life. I would urge you, however, to understand life is not just about these special moments. Life is truly about how we live in between these special moments. Always remember the goal that you have achieved today in making it to graduation. It pales in comparison to the daily commitments that it took for you to get here. This ceremony tonight marks the end of your journey through high school, but our hope is that it also marks a new beginning. We hope that whatever you end up doing, that you take pride in it, handle it with integrity, and use your abilities to make your community and the world around you a better place. You have a bright future ahead of you, and I urge you to make the best of it. Remember, Bulldogs, at Magnolia High School, we love, we serve, and we care for each individual, each moment we interact with them. And while your time at Magnolia High School has come to close, you will always have your time here together. Graduates, good luck. God bless you. Know I love you. And as always, go Dogs. Ready? And now, I'm pleased to introduce to you our 2019-2020 School Board President, Mr. Gary Blizzard, to share a welcome from the Board of Trustees.
Wow, I sure appreciate this. First of all, congratulations to this class. I know it's hot out here, and I'm going to be intentionally brief with my comments. But, you know, you guys were the first, and hopefully the last, class to graduate and finish your degree online. You faced this challenge head on and rose to the occasion with strength. The reason we know that is because you pivoted after spring break. Little did we know, at spring break, you weren't coming back to school, and you pivoted and finished successfully. And this is a testament to that. And frankly, this is why we enjoy doing what we do. So we're so proud of you, and we're so confident that you guys are going to improve our world. You know, this quarantine taught us a lot. It taught us to miss haircuts. It taught us, yes, even to miss toilet paper. But we also took for granted meeting people for lunch. We took for granted shaking hands. We took for granted giving hugs. We took going to school for granted. There's people that didn't like going to school and they wish they could, as crazy as that sounds. So those who have suffered during this time, this much I know. Remember this: suffering produces endurance. And we've had a lot of tests of our endurance in the recent weeks. I think you would agree. Endurance produces character. And we've heard stories of tremendous character building that's taken place over the last several weeks and before that. And character produces hope. And if you take that hope, all of you guys, all 400 plus of you, take that hope and you put it with some strength and some courage, what it reminds me of is seeing a bunch of newly trained thoroughbreds lined up ready to step into the gate, waiting for the whistle to blow so the gates can open and they can come charging out of there. That's what we have here. So I want you to learn from your recent experience. And you may have heard, calm down, slow down, sit down. I would encourage you to do something different. I would encourage you to get out there and hustle and serve with humility no matter what you're going to do, whether it be a job, whether it be school, military, whatever your next path is, serve with humility, and you'll be amazed at the doors that are blown open for you by doing that. So I want you guys to please make an effort to thank the teachers and the families that are all here with us tonight. I think that they would agree with me by saying that this class of 2020, holds a special place in our hearts. I want to thank you guys for your attention, and may God bless this remarkable class of 2020. Thank you.
And now I would like to introduce McKenna Castleberry, salutatorian and daughter of Laura Lively, who will give our salutatory address.
Thank you, Mr. Quinn. Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be your salutatorian, and it is even more of a pleasure to be a part of the MHS class of 2020. We are here tonight to celebrate the culmination of 13 plus years of primary and secondary school and the beginning of new paths of life. I wish great luck to each and every one of you. Here's to being one of the best graduating classes Magnolia has ever seen. Walking across this stage is significant for each and every one of us, but it has personalized aspects of sentiment. For me, I will graduate tonight in memory of my aunt, who I called Tia. She was an undeniable light in my life, and I hope to carry her positivity and confidence here today. In her honor and impeccable sense of fashion, I will receive my diploma in her shoes, which are arguably the most stylish flame-covered high tops in history. Just a warning, they are Chuck Taylors decorated with fire, so I might walk with incredible speed tonight. I have many people I would like to thank. First, I am eternally grateful for all of the teachers and administration that completed my schooling experience in Magnolia. A big thank you to Miss Byer, Miss Benty, Miss Celestine, Mr. Finley, and Mr. Jackson, the MHS percussion director, for helping me make lasting memories of high school. These teachers have had a huge impact on my life, and I can't thank them enough for their dedication to teaching and building relationships with their students. To my family and friends, thank you a million times over. My mom, my little siblings, my boyfriend, and my grandparents have always supported me and kept me looking on the bright side of things. My band family, especially those in drumline, have made high school so much fun and have kept me smiling. A special thank you to Julia Alford, my best friend in the world, for always being there for me. You make an incredible role model, and I am so grateful to have you in my life. And of course, how could I not thank my other half? The kit to my cat, the buckwheat to my Porky, my partner in crime and duet in Showtime. My twin, Drew Castleberry, deserves the most thanks of all. Quite literally, you have always been by my side, helping me grow into who I am today. You are an amazing person and a fabulous sister. I can't wait to make more memories with you. Your accomplishments are worthy of infinite praise, and I can only attempt to match your talent and wit. Drew has expressed to me several times over her desire to have a rank-based title as third in the class. So, in honor of her wish, let's celebrate Drew as this year's Salutatory. Put your hands together for Drew Castleberry. Coming up with that completely original title is only one of the many things I have spent my time doing over these past several weeks. I don't consider myself a super creative person, but I definitely want to be. That being said, along with online schooling, I have been entertaining myself through the tedious art of sewing. For my first project, I thought I would start off relatively easy and transform a piece of clothing in my closet. I chose to thrift an aged hand-me-down shirt that I've had for at least a year and have never worn. I kept it because I couldn't bring myself to throw it away. Let's just say that after I ran that thing under the sewing machine, trying to make it more trendy, I didn't feel bad at all when I put it in the garbage. Because I'm a person who's determined, patient, and embarrassingly stubborn, I kept on sewing. But I stepped up my game. I chose to sew myself a pair of shorts completely from scratch. I made my own patterns based on my measurements, and I got to work. The final product was surprisingly a recognizable pair of shorts, but not exactly the pair of shorts I had in mind. I don't know what went wrong, but let me tell you, my little sister's American doll is looking fantastic in her new outfit. Needless to say, my time as a makeshift seamstress has not been very fruitful. But man, I have had such a great time along the way. Even though I have failed much more than I have even slightly succeeded, sewing has provided me with so much joy, and I will continue to sew just for the fun of it. I implore you all to search for something that you find just as exciting and entertaining, regardless of your performance. It is so important to balance work with play, and discovering this interest could open so many more doors of opportunity. With that said, tonight presents itself as a mega opportunity, receiving our diplomas and bringing our high school timeline to an end. And I surely don't want to keep you from that any longer. Thank you all so much. Go Owls! And now introducing Anna Marie Motter, valedictorian and daughter of Mark and Kim Motter, who will give the valedictory address.
Good evening, parents, friends, family, teachers, administrators, and of course, the class of 2020. In preparation for this speech, I've been brushing up on the classics. You know, Ginny B. Jones, Magic Tree House, and Diary of the Wimpy Kid. And there are some real insights in those books. Do y'all remember the cheese touch? Little didn't we know we'd be living it right now. They were social distancing before it was cool. I don't care if you have COVID or the cheese touch. I'm crossing my fingers and standing 6 feet back. As you know, this ceremony was originally going to be in Reed Arena, and I was going to talk about how cool it was to share the floor with great Aggie basketball players like, you know the thing. Next, the ceremony was moved to the Woodlands Pavilion. I personally was really excited about this location. I was going to start my speech talking about all the legends I saw there. Bruce Springsteen when I was in 6th grade, Tom Petty, who I saw in 8th grade, and I had even prepared a medley for y'all. Too bad you can't hear it. People tell me I have the voice of an angel. Believe me, they do. Now we are here at the Woodforest Bank Stadium, and all I have to say is I've got nothing. But I'm thankful we still have a graduation, and I'm happy to be here, so I say let's just have a good time. Excuse me. I want to first thank my family, my mom, Kim, my dad, Mark, and my brother, Justin, for always pushing me to do my IAS and teaching me the importance of hard work. I would also like to thank my friends for all the support, memories, and laughter over the 4 years. Caroline, Aubrey Bullard, Reagan Fontenot, Leah McKay, Kate Colvin, and Hannah Baxter. And I would also like to thank God for all the many blessings and opportunities He has given me. One of my favorite songs is Refugee by Tom Petty. In that song, he sings the line, "Everybody's got to fight to be free." Freedom is a fight, and I don't want to belittle the importance of our military and all of the wars fought to ensure our freedom, because I am incredibly grateful for their service and sacrifice. But tonight, I want to speak on the fight for freedom against our own human nature. Everybody likes and supports the idea of freedom. However, there's one thing we all like a lot more than our freedom, and that's our own comfort. I think one of the best examples of this is in Exodus, when the Israelites begged God to be freed from Egypt. As they were liberated from the desert and roaming the desert in search of the promised land, they were tired and hungry. The first thing they did was wish they were enslaved in Egypt, where they at least had shelter and food on their plate. They were willing to trade their freedom for comfort. I'm afraid we are all willing to trade our freedom for comfort, for ease. The freedoms we inherit in this country are rare and precious. I ask that you, going forward, guard your individual freedoms, even when things get uncomfortable. My second message tonight is about coping with changes in life and the uncertainty. If I'm being honest with y'all, I'm a person who hates change. In these past few months, we have all had to deal with constant change. As the saying goes, the only thing constant in life is change. But what gives me and has given me peace when things are uncertain is a verse from Psalms 46:10, which reads, "Be still and know that I am God." Know that there is someone much greater than you and me in control. We may not know his exact plans. His ways are not our ways. But when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed, please take heart and know that a God who loves and values you is in charge. And with that said, thank you all for everything, Magnolia High School, class of 2020. Hook 'em and God bless. And now introducing Marie Yanchak, Senior Class President and daughter of Michael and Tracy Yanchak, who will give the State of the Class address.
Good evening, class of 2020, honored guests, and MHS faculty. Thank you all for gathering here this evening, despite the circumstances of the world we now live in. Your presence here as we celebrate the accomplishments of this group of people means more to me than I can put into words. It is my honor at this time to give the State of the Class address. Seniors, if you would, please join me in reminiscing for a moment. Close your eyes and think back to August of 2016. One Dance by Drake was the song of the summer, and everyone's favorite pastime was Pokemon Go. On a random day in the middle of August, your parents drive you to the high school, and for the first time as students, you enter the doors for our freshman schedule pickup. On that day, we sit in the same seats we fill now, wondering what the next 4 years would be like. If you haven't already, open your eyes and take a look around. Is this how you expected that it would all end? 4 years of memories, learning, and accomplishments being abruptly terminated without being able to say our final goodbyes and celebrate in each other's company. I will admit that in the fall of 2016, when I was elected as freshman class president, I never imagined us completing our journey this way. However, I know that we, as a graduating class, have collectively experienced so many joys and adversities during our time in Magnolia ISD and at Magnolia High School that we are not only just prepared to overcome our current situation, but that we are well equipped to thrive in the next chapter of our lives. For example, as freshmen, we were overwhelmed with joy as we beat Magnolia West in our annual Magnolia Bowl game. The camaraderie that we all felt in those stands is something like you see in a movie. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The next year, as sophomores, devastation struck our community in the form of Hurricane Harvey. Many Magnolia High School students were affected by this natural disaster, but as a community, we came together to rise above the wreckage and help those who had lost everything. Last year, as juniors, I'm sure we can all remember those stray fire alarms that plagued our days and annoyed our teachers to no end. At the beginning of this year, we shared a moment together on the football field for our first annual, or first ever, senior sunrise. We promised that as a class, the night before graduation, we would join each other once more for a senior sunset. Obviously, this didn't go as planned, but in the way that things all worked out, if you take a look behind me, we're kind of getting our senior sunset. These are just a few of the memories that come to mind when I reflect back on our time at Magnolia High School. And as the sun sets on our time as students of Magnolia ISD, I know that these moments, and many more, have taught us to be kind, lifelong learners, patient, courageous, open-minded, and most importantly, resilient. What we have learned here will help us overcome our current tragedy and help us to flourish as we transition into the next stages of life. As class president, I have always been so proud to represent such a wonderful and diverse group of people. A group of people that has always been so successful in an array of activities, from our amazing marching band, to all of our dedicated athletes, to our distinguished UIL academic teams, to all of the tireless students who compete and study in all of our CTE classes and events, as well as all of our other fine arts students that have so many wonderful talents. For me, there has been no greater honor than being trusted and chosen by you all to fulfill the role of class president for the 4 years that we've spent together. You guys have made this moment one that I have always looked forward to. And even now, in these weird circumstances, I know that it is one I will cherish forever. Thank you, class of 2020, for being all that you are and for accepting me for all that I am. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. Quinn, Mr. Hibner, and all of our amazing teachers, staff, and administrators for showing us what it takes to be all in. You have shown us how to give love, you have inspired us to serve, and you have all shown us how much you care. Without you, we would not be the young people that we are as we leave Magnolia High School. Seniors, I know I already took you back once to August of 2016, but as I close this evening, I want to go back one more time to May of 2017. So, if you will, just to think back, we sat in our English classes writing letters to the people that we would be as seniors as we received our diplomas and accomplished our dreams of graduating high school. We all received those senior letters recently, and I'm sure that many of us were touched and maybe surprised by what we read. What I wrote to myself is the perfect reminder that as much as things change, some things always ring true. I felt compelled to share a piece of it with you as we close this chapter of our lives. So, in the words of my freshman self, never forget where you came from, where you're going, how you got there, and all of the beautiful people who love you. When you see her, give Mom a hug and tell her it's from me. Thank her for raising a strong woman. Thank everyone. Be grateful, be humble, never stop praying, and never stop growing. You will do great things wherever you are. Seniors, I know that we will all do great things wherever we are. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Dr. Stevens, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Magnolia High School, it is my honor to present to you the senior class of 2020 and certify that they have fulfilled the necessary requirements for graduation from this school. It is my request that they be graduated and that you, in your capacity as superintendent, confer upon them the high school diploma with all its rights and privileges pertaining thereunto.
In case you were wondering about that magic moment that you were going to become a graduate, well, it's about to happen. Mr. Quinn, you tell me that this class has fulfilled all the necessary requirements to be the graduates this year in 2020, with all the unusual things that went on at the end of this year. Zoom classes, your parents becoming your teachers, but you overcame all that, and they're all ready to graduate. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think this is your first class as the principal at Magnolia High School. It's not your first rodeo, but your first one here.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you what, partner, we are proud to have you here. And on behalf of all the parents, I want to thank you and your staff for making this graduation possible tonight. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause for the fact that we're here tonight. Okay. So by the authority that's vested in me by the Texas Education Agency and the Magnolia ISD Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon the senior class of 2020 the diplomas of Magnolia High School with all the rights and privileges thereunto. So, Mr. Quinn, you may graduate your class.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens. Graduates, at this time, please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your caps. Dr. McCusker, are we ready to begin?
Yes, sir, I am.
Mr. Blizzard, are we ready to present diplomas? Will the first row of the honor graduates please rise?
Anna Marie Quinn Motter, valedictorian, summa cum laude graduate. McKenna Jane Castleberry, salutatorian, summa cum laude graduate. Drew Ellen Castleberry, summa cum laude graduate. Julia Rose Alford, summa cum laude graduate. Kaylin Ann Eves, summa cum laude graduate. Leah Eleanor McKay, summa cum laude graduate. Julia Adriana Janati, summa cum laude graduate. Lawson Clay Lowry, summa cum laude graduate. Taylor McKaylee Thomas, summa cum laude graduate. Morgan Marie Budisque, magna cum laude graduate. Abigail Grace Brown, magna cum laude graduate. Cameron Michael Kirschfink, magna cum laude graduate. Audrey Faye Mokri, magna cum laude graduate. Jenna Michelle Albert, magna cum laude graduate. Aubrey Celeste Bullard, magna cum laude graduate. Samuel Lee Blizzard, magna cum laude graduate. Marie Taylor Yanchek, magna cum laude graduate. Courtney Lynn Fultz, magna cum laude graduate. Owen Patrick Cook, magna cum laude graduate. Isabel Lee Brofnick, magna cum laude graduate. Morgan Rose Biaglo, magna cum laude graduate. Angel Martinez, magna cum laude graduate. Samantha Grace Venables, cum laude graduate. Taylor Nicole Frick, cum laude graduate. Carly Aaron Clements, cum laude graduate. John Thomas Mundy III, cum laude graduate. Mackenzie Lynn Barton, cum laude graduate. Hannah Danielle Schneider, cum laude graduate. Ira Cadence Butler, cum laude graduate. Murphy Maureen Perugini, cum laude graduate. Boone Alexander Byer, cum laude graduate. Jenna Elise Stone, cum laude graduate. Courtney Renee Sims, cum laude graduate. Zoe Ann Dubos, cum laude graduate. Olivia Reese Gonder, cum laude graduate. Reagan Nicole Duncan, cum laude graduate. Elizabeth Ann Moore, cum laude graduate. Catherine Elizabeth Watson, cum laude graduate. Reagan Olivia Fontenot, cum laude graduate. Cole David Feldman, cum laude graduate. Alexandra Nicole Dubos, cum laude graduate. Margaret Elizabeth Howard, cum laude graduate. Ksenia Alexandrovna Dido, cum laude graduate. Abigail Lynn Portwood, cum laude graduate. Faith Renee Abbott. Jacob Shane Abbott. Shelby Lynn Ackley. Ashley Rose Adams. Tristan Mackenzie Adams. Haley Ann Adelgren. Lainey Denise Aguilar Parada. Giselle Vanessa Aguirre Soto. Shane Brian Augram. Jesselyn Carrie Ackerman. Madeline Rose Alexander. Edward Seth Allred. Ricky Kaylin Allred. Lara Cecilia San Juana Amaya. Erin Catherine Anderson. Noah Allen Anderson. Tegan Lee Anderson. Travis Evan Anderson II. Audrey Caitlin Andrews. Riley Joseph Andrus. Hannah Justine Apple. Vanessa Aragon. Andrew Aaron Arvizu. Carlos Enrique Azuaje Jr. Fletcher Reed Babbitt. Daniela Aurora Basilis. Richard Ethan Rayshore Baginski. Brooke Madison Bailey. Tyler Tracy Barnes. Hannah Catherine Baxter. Michaela Nicole Bedford. Ian Saul Benitez. Andrew Edward Raphael Birkenholtz. Seth Matthew Bieri. Travis William Blackwell. Cade Wesley Bond. Valeria Virginia Borrejo Mendoza. Derek Harrington Bowman. Isaac Kirk Bozarth. Gabriella Allison Bozelli. Keisha Solondon Brockway. Ashley J. Brown. Jonathan Ray Brown. Sophia Grace Broody. Brooke Ainsley Bullock. Peyton Michael Burdine. Chance Logan Burns. Keaton Alexander Bush. Fernanda Cabrera Vasquez. Carly Elizabeth Campbell. Luke Daniel Campbell. Julian Alexander Canole. Spencer Morris Carey. Giovanna Ortiz Castillo. Ian Kevin Charlton. Pedro Chavez. Sophia Regazzi Christensen. Ashton Reese Christofferson. Blaine Colby Clegg. Caitlin Rose Clark. Tavon Lamont Clark, Jr. McKenna Page Cleveland. Caleb Aaron Kleins. Taylor William Clun. Tyler Van Cole. Audrey Elizabeth Collins. Jonathan Taylor Colquitt. Cameron Renee Caminelli. Stephen Blake Cohn. Kurt Wesley Counts. Jonathan Covarrubias. Kaylee Nicole Crosby. Jesse Wade Krausen. Jarrett James Curfew. Chawisa Patty Kerfman. Lily Ann Dalton. Selena Tahalo Damas. Tyler Ashton Davis. Brandon Dean Devendal. Carlos Oliveros de la Torre. Bryson Ray Deming. Christian Joshua DeRush. Nathaniel Kevin DeRush. Jalen Delilah Diaz. Ashley Marlene Torame. Jaden Love Draper. Austin Reed Edwards. Daisha Claire Edwards. Jaden Philip Egner. Kylie Corinne Elsa. Eduardo Espinoza, Jr. Matthew Bryant Evans. Jared Clay Farmer. Logan Lee Ferris. Michaela Madison Ferris. Cyan Alman Felder. Dalton Walker Ferguson. Angel Kevin Fernandez. Josiah Lee Fike. Robert Earl Fishkin. Randy Ray Fletcher. Roberto Carlos Flores. Randall Aaron Foster. Tyler Cole Foster. Josiah Allen Fox. Gavin Lowell Frank. Peyton Elizabeth Frankham. Haley Elizabeth Frazier. Candace Marie Fultz. Damian Alexander Galicia. Andrea Giles Gama. Ashley Alana Gomez. Juan Jesus Garcia. Michaela Corinne Garcia. Rodolfo Zahir Garcia. Kimberly Michelle Gothy. Amber Rose Gillum. Lindsay Michelle Gleason. Grant Crawford Goebel. Michael Adam Goldwaite. Everardo Gomez. Ana Jelly Gonzalez. Fabian Gonzalez. Cole James Goodman. Mackenzie K. Greer. Cody Wayne Grimes. Justin Thomas Gromick. Alexandra Well. Gabrielle Marie Guergo. Brenda Guerrero. Gabriel Evan Guidey. Amber Reese Gidry. Juan Pablo Guzman Soto. Savion L. Hamilton. Levy Jackson Hammock. Maxine Michelle Hardy. Cameron Mitchell Harper. Dallas Earl Harrop. Skylar Elaine Hartman. Lauren Paige Hartsfield. Matthew Anthony Hayes. Brady Michael Heitzman. Michaela Ashley Hepburn. Kevin Mark Hermida Boot. Sandy Miosha Herrera. Luther Dwayne Herring. Julia Renee Herzinger. Brett Andrew Hawk. Kyle Aaron Hawk. Marissa Michelle Holson. Braden Christopher Howes. Brendan Conrad Huneka. Alexis Rose Hutcherson. Melissa Lorene Ibarra. Miguel Bernard Ibarra. Cheyenne Danielle Ivy. Bryce Alexander Jackson. Ethan Thomas Jarrett. Brianna Joy Johnson. Mark Scott Jordan. Jaden Paul Johnson. Jackson Samuel Josephson. Gehrman Fred Kearns. Andrew Craig Kendall. Anthony William Kent. Justin Hanul Kefhart. Cole Joseph Ketzner. Madison Michelle Kirtley. Hunter James Kitchens. Nicholas Robert Klug. Cade McFarland Knox. Madison Elaine Kohlmeyer. Meadow Jade Kuzman. Everett Allen Landry. Nicolette Faye LaPointe. Reagan Allen Larson. Nolan Walker Lawrence. Bailey Hunter Lemons. Yana Maria Levy. Tyler Joseph Lima. Brittany Annette Livermore. Hezekiah Emmanuel Livings. Robert Edward Locke V. Kayla Savannah Lopez. Lauren Adamari Lopez. Paige Nicole Lopez. Laura Laredo Camacho. Mason Reed Lorenz. Braden Douglas Loving. Katie Love Lowe. Jose Luis Lugo, Jr. Sania Yolani Macias. Maria Nicole Madrigal Loya. Tristan Gerald Chris Malazou. Alexis Mancera. Christopher Anthony Martin.
Go, Chris!
Jonah Jove Martin. Joshua Allen Martin. Anthony Jesus Martinez. Blanca Nelly Martinez. Misael Martinez, Jr. Gavin Lawrence Mason. Lauren Lee Mason. Camilo Matthew Mayer. Samantha Eve McConnell. Evan Paul McDermott. Erica Lorene McDonald. Ethan Cole McIntyre. Colby Dane McKenzie. Jacob Trevor McNamara. Jacob Israel Medina. Sarah Rosa Medina. Jalitzi Anahi Mejia Munoz. Christian Alberto Mejia. Kristen Andrea Mendez. Juan Manuel Meza. Nicholas Heath Michoud. Hayden Thomas Mitchell. Bernard Dwayne Mora. Litzy Adriana Morales. Alexandra Grace Morgan. Christopher Robin Morgan. Tony Mon Morera. Grant Huntington Morrison. William Gunnar Morton.
Let's go, Gunner!
Savannah Rose Mouton. Grayson Brian Murphy. Sydney Lynn Murphy. Christopher Ellery Murray. Liberty Emily Natchumson. Dylan Joseph Nance. Abril Naves. Grayson Dale Neely. Jack Harmon Nelson. Kyle Douglas Nelson. Lynn Naktui Wynn. Madison Mai Wynn. Jeremy David Noble. Emily Vatsana Noravong. Devon Elizabeth Norman. Peyton Riley O'Shea. Raven Leanne Odom. Josue Olguin. Alfredo Olmos. Devin James Otwell. Nomi Jasmine Pacheco. Matthew Vincent Parks. Austin Bradford Payro. Tinsley Ray Patino. Cody Lee Patterson. Corey Daniel Lewis Peak. Kevin Anthony Perez. Cody Brian Perez. Kimberly Casey Perez Palacios. Graydon Cole Perkins. Vincent Anthony Phillip. Sydney Nicole Pickle. Madison Payne Pierce. Alexis Lee Pinkston. Megan Priscilla Plant. Angel Placencia. Angel Jean Plato. Jarrett Lee Pleasant. Alexander Mateo Pukin. Eduardo Ivan Puebla. Joseph Christian Raker. Angelique Marie Ramirez. Johnny Ramirez. Yesenia Ramirez. Anthony Craig Randall, Jr. Jordan Jacoby Malik Ratliff. Grace Ann Raymond. Ben Austin Renfro. Emily Nicole Reyes. Milagros Aglayan Reynoso. Reese Landon Rice. Delaney Elise Richards. Haley Renee Richardson. Rylan Matthew Rich. Cheyenne Marie Roberts. Brianna Marie Rocha. Leslie Jocelyn Rodriguez. Miley Adrienne Rodriguez. Mariana Elizabeth Rodriguez. Caitlin Leah Rose. Jorge Rafael Rubio. Jeremiah Avery Salesman. Nicholas Alexander Saldivar. Scott Patrick Salerno. Ismael Sanchez. Yareli Hilaria Santillan. Amelia Madeline Savage. William Ross Sawyers. Carly Darlene Scallon. Jessica Rose Scott. Hannah Danielle Sabri. Hannah Ruby Sigari. Jaden Allen Self. Wilder Andres Serato Lozano. Luke Morgan Schaefer. Skylar Marie Shanahan. Jade Lynn Shaver. Garrison Ronald Sheffield. Alexis Marie Sidbury. Tristan Blake Simpson. Akira Estacia Smith. Caitlin Beth Smith. Malcolm Russell Smith, Jr. Craig Chandler Spaeth. Sarah Reagan Spears. Kirsten Jewel Spencer. William Jacob Spicer. Timothy Matthew Stampley. Mackenzie Faye Stanley. Colin Sidney Steelhammer. Ashlyn Joel Stevens. Braden Andrew Stewart. Jace Keith Stockton. Lucas James Story. Michael Uriel Swazo. Jasmine Lynn Sook. Trevor Dale Somerville. Derek Owen Sumstadt. Hannah Catherine Tatum. Paulino Jesse Taveras. Aaron Jaden Taylor. Nicholas Lane Taylor. Frida Zamina Tello Castillo. Francisco Tello Sanchez. Aaron McKay Thomas. Caleb Robert Thielen. Quentin Adair Thrasher. Tony Javon Timms. Miguel Angel Torresias. Elijah Sean Torres. Jaime Torres. Kevin Michael Trocco. Josue Kale Lloreno. Sophie Claire Van Steen. Edgar Ricardo Vargas Romero. David Abel Vargas. Janelle Vasquez. Sylvia Crystal Vasquez Ruiz. Roger Noe Ventura, Jr. Guadalupe Villanueva Bresino. Elena Elizabeth Von Drack. Alyssa Jade Walker. Taylor Renee Walker. Michael David Whippo. Hallie J. Whitney. Johnny Earl Wiley. Allison Lee Wilkins. Hannah Michelle Wilson. Kenna June Wilson. Jack Carson Wright. Peyton Kelly Yates. Colin Merle Young. Luke Henry Zacharias. Michael Jonathan Zamora. Valerie Zeladon. Jorge Alejandro Zuniga Vega.
Let's give our graduates one more round of applause, please. At this time, Reagan Duncan, Senior Class Secretary and daughter of Joe and Sean Duncan, will present our closing. Will the graduates please rise for our closing, followed by our school song.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As this graduation ceremony is closing, I would like to congratulate my fellow classmates on making it. I would also like to thank our families for their constant love and support. As we all know, high school is rough, and we could not have made it through these past 4 years without them. Special recognition to all our teachers, administration, and the Magnolia School District for giving every child the opportunity to thrive and succeed. This school district and the people who run it are one of a kind, as they truly care about each student and dedicate their lives to moments like this, receiving their diplomas and moving on to bigger and better things. To the class of 2020, we finally did it. Here we are, sitting with our MHS diplomas, closing this chapter in our lives and opening a new one that's exciting, terrifying, and is going to bring each of us new blessings. As we all move on to our new lifestyles, I encourage everyone to be strong, courageous, and brave. As 1 Corinthians 16:13 says, "Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong." Remember that the question is not, will there be hard times? Because there will be. The real question is, how will you face those problems and overcome them? As you leave this stadium today, make the active choice to be strong, courageous, and brave in all that you do. Look at challenges as new opportunities to conquer what life throws at you. Forever and always, go Bulldogs, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2020 graduates of Magnolia High School. Graduates, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony for this evening. Thank you for coming, and please drive carefully. We will begin the recessional at this time, one row at a time. So Miss Carroll and Miss Brown, if we would begin to release from row B, we're going to make our way to the sideline and north. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you guys. We love y'all. Go Bulldogs.